Where are you doing your internship? How did you get your internship placement? Where are you doing your internship? What did you do before you got your internship? How did you go about getting a place for internship? Oh, what should I do about my internship? How should I apply for internship? These are the questions I've been getting in my DMs. And I'm happy. It means my video is reaching out to people, and that's why I'm here. Okay, so I decided to make this video, to answer all your questions. Hi everyone. It's good to be here again. So the first thing I want you to know is information. Information is very, very important. So the thing is, there is a very wide information gap on hospitals that are taking interns. Like, it is not easy. It's not always easy to know that the hospital I want to go are still taking interns. So one thing you should know is that not all hospitals will announce or put out a notice that applications are out, or that you can come and apply. Not all hospitals will. Like, while I'm currently doing my internship, I actually did not see any announcements whatsoever that they are taking interns. So not all hospitals will put out information that they are taking interns. And one of the reasons is because they might not want to take much people, and there are actually a lot of people looking for internship. So another thing you should know is some hospitals might actually announce, they might put up a notice that they're taking interns, but it might be people in that environment, like in that state, in that town, in that city, or people working there that we see that okay, they're saying to take people. So the thing is, there are groups where they share this information. Oh, this place is taking interns. I went to this place and I was able to submit an application. There are groups where they share information like that. So if you need any of these groups, you can just text me and I'll connect you on the up with these groups. So there are groups where they share information like that, and it's very good to be on those groups. And then there are actually some hospitals that will release a formal notice, like you will see it online, that this hospital, they are taking people, their application portal is open, or you can now walk into the hospital to apply for internship. So that's information you just have to know. You have to get information on when an hospital is. Hospitals have some hospitals take interns round the clock, like around the year. They are always taking, like you can always apply. But those hospitals are very few. So there are other hospitals they take once a year. There are some hospitals they take twice a year. There are some hospitals they take twice a year. So you have to know when these hospitals are processing the applications, because so you don't go and apply at the wrong time. Also, you don't just sit and wait, and then you will realize that application has closed. That's the first thing. Information is very important. Next thing I will talk about is the application requirements. So when you find out that okay, this hospital is taking interns, they always have something they want you to bring. So now when you induct, you're going to have your certificate of induction, your intern license. Some schools will give you, NMC is supposed to give you one registration certificate, but not everybody gets that. So some hospitals ask for it too. Your birth certificate, your work certificate, your local government certificates, your testimonials. Yes, some hospitals ask for your primary school testimonial, primary school certificate, and secondary school testimonial, secondary school certificates. Yes, so different hospitals have different things they require for. And let me not forget recommendation letters. Before you leave school, get recommendation letters. Get about 3 or 4. Some hospitals require for 2, some hospitals require for 3. So get about 3 or 4 recommendation letters. Get about 3 or 4 recommendation letters before you leave school. So these are the things they might request from you when you are about to apply for your internship. However, if there is an hospital that they just tell you, okay, come with your application letter and your they come with your application letter and come with your credentials, and they don't mention specifically the credentials they want, make sure you put everything possible. Put everything that is important. Put your license, put your induction certificate, put your WAEC results, your primary school results, secondary school results, your statement of results from your school. Add it. Make sure you add all the important certificates. Also, for some hospitals, they will tell you to write an application letter, and they will also sell you an application form that you will fill. Some hospitals you will pay to apply. Some hospitals is totally free. For some hospitals, you won't send an application letter. You will only fill their application form. For some, you will do both. For some, you will just submit your credentials. So each hospital has their requirements. And like I mentioned, information is very important. And what I recommend for hospitals that won't put out information, what I recommend for those hospitals is that you walk into the hospital. If there's an hospital you want to apply to, and because connection happens in Nigeria, and so don't be surprised if there are some hospitals you never see the advertisement, but one of your friends will tell you they've gotten into that hospital. So one of the things you can do to give yourself an edge in that situation is to go to that hospital, go to the admin, ask them, please, can I apply for internship? If you're consistent enough, you might find someone that will actually favor you and just say, okay, do this, do that, or this is the time you should come back. They might give you a time frame and tell you, okay, come back at this particular time. That's when we will be able to give you our form or tell you to submit your application to our hospital. So those are the things you have to know. regarding your application. One other thing is apply to many places. Like a lot of people make these mistakes. Like I know you want Lagos. I know you want Abuja, and I know you don't want a village, but please apply to as many places as you can apply to, especially if you don't want to wait too long, so that the first one that clicks, because application processing also takes, for some hospitals it takes longer. Okay, let me give you an example. Some hospitals, they will, when you apply you write exams. When I apply I wrote exams, then I will wait. There was a particular hospital I applied to, I wrote the exam, then I waited, then they called me for interview, then you will wait again until they finally call you. For some hospitals you won't write exam or interview. For some hospitals you will only do interview, and then they will let you know. So the processing differs per hospital, and the timeline also differs. Like you might start applying in July, and they might not be ready to call you in till maybe December or January. So make sure you apply to many places. Don't think because a place has opened application before another place that that place will call you first. Apply to as many places as possible if you don't want to wait. Another thing is connection. Connection is bigger than connection. You might think your connection is strong, it might not be as strong as you think. So just make sure you cast your net upon many more. Like just try many places. So if the place you want, if it clicks for you, you can go there. But just in case it does not, make sure you apply to other places. So there's no limit to the number of places you can apply to. So make sure you apply to many other places so you can go there. And hopefully NMC and centralization is implemented soon, because it has been approved but it has not been implemented. We hope it is implemented soon. So the way you apply is, for some places you can apply online. I think there are a few hospitals that allow you to apply online. You can apply physically, and for some place, and then there are people that they run this business, they help you apply. So you will send all your credentials to them and they will help you apply at that particular place. So, and also if you are ready to travel, you can travel. Like let's say you live in Lagos but you want to apply to a place in Abuja, you can just travel to Abuja to apply. Another thing is, if you have someone working in that hospital, like, that's one of the best though. You know, if you have someone, let the person help you apply. Let them give you direct to the CMD or to those that are, So if you have someone, let them help you apply. You might start preparing for interview after you've applied. If that particular place does interview or does exam, you can start preparing for it once you've applied. And the type of questions they ask you, they will ask you current affairs, nursing questions, and any science question. Also, when you get the job, for some places they will ask you to resume immediately. Some places will ask you to resume immediately. I was asked to resume immediately. You might be asked to resume immediately, but you might have to ask for time to get yourself together. So feel free to ask for extra time if you need extra time. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any more questions on nursing journey, nursing internship, be my guest. Just ask me questions. And if you also want to, feature in my video, you can reach out to me too. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me. Thank you very much. Bye.